everybody. We're back. Oh, good. All right, everybody. My first guest won an Emmy Award for his role on Cheers. He starred in such great films as Natural Born Killers and The People vs. Larry Flint, which earned him an Academy Award nomination. His latest film, After the Sunset, is in theaters now. We're thrilled to have him here. Please welcome Woody Harrelson.
Thanks for having me.
I gotta say, you look fantastic. I don't usually see you like dressed to the nines like this, you know?
Well, I don't normally dress to the nines, Conan, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
In fact, I usually dress pretty shabby.
Yeah. This is great.
You know, it's a new image thing, and Calvin Klein's kind enough to offer a suit, and I'm happy to take it.
Wow, yeah. That's very smart of you. That's
great.
So a free suit came along and you thought, I'm going to go with it. Because usually I associate you with, you wear like a lot of drawstring pants and sort of floral shirts. And
that's exactly it.
Yeah. And I got to say, in every picture I've ever seen of you, you look like the most comfortable celebrity in the world, you know?
Well, you know, I tend to dress for comfort as opposed to style.
Right. I dress for neither, actually. I managed to somehow get both. But this is working for you, so you're going to stick with this now. This new look, the new Woody Harrelson part-time banker.
Just when the camera's rolling.
Yeah. So the minute we cut to a commercial, you're going to be right back into like a burlap sack, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I'm going. I mean, I can only be Republican for so long.
Well, you're doing a good job right now. It looks good. Now, you used to, if I'm not mistaken, you used to live here in New York City, and while you were working here, and it was the lean times before you had hit it big, someone told me you had 17 jobs, which, you know, a lot of struggling actors work different jobs, but you were fired from every one. Is that true?
No, the last one I was not fired from.
So 16 jobs.
I had trouble with, you know, it's not that I'm necessarily anti-authority or anything, but in some ways, for example, they would say, go clean, someone vomited on table 9. Can you get a broom and go clean that up, or mop, rather? And I'm like, no. No.
Yeah.
And they don't take kindly to that.
Right. But I think you had the right idea, which is, I think probably also you knew, like, I've got my dream. I'm not going to go sweep that vomit.
Yeah, well, if I would have been too successful at the waiting tables and so forth, who knows what would have happened.
Right, exactly.
I'd be still at Smith & Walensky now.
Is that one of the places you worked at?
That was one of the places I got fired from.
Really? Well, then...
they don't remember, but I remember.
Yeah. You should go back there now. Shouldn't you go back there tonight and just walk into Smith & Walensky and say, remember me? I'm the guy that you wanted me to clean up some vomit? Well, guess what? I didn't do it, so I'm here to do it now, you know?
Yeah, it would be nice to throw that in their face a little bit. You know, I got a Calvin Klein suit on.
Right.
But I don't think so, because I'm not a big steak eater, so...
Right. Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah,
it would be worth it just to stop by and have a drink. You know?
Right, yeah. Or order a steak and say, I'm not eating that, and throw it away. And let's get some tofurkey out here. Let's go. Chop. That would work for you, I think. Now, I have to ask you about something. This is in the news about, I'm going to say it's a year and a half ago, that you were arrested in London. And I never heard what happened, and I think it's time to clear the air.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See?
What the hell? It was actually, I was trying to do a good thing. I was at some club there, and it was about 2 in the morning. I decided, you know what? I'm going to go home or to the hotel, and my wife and 2 kids are there, and I just want to do the right thing. So they were also wanting to see Harry Potter the next day. Mm-hmm. We were going to the set, and it was a big thing.
Sure.
So I'm going to go to bed early, like by 2:30 or 3.
This is the new responsible Woody Harrelson.
That's it.
In bed by 3. Good.
So that's where I'm at here. So I hop in the cab. I tell them where I'm going, and this girl had given me her number, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm just going to throw this number away. I don't even want to, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm doing the right thing all the way around. So I try to open the ashtray, you know, the ashtray won't open. It's weird. It's stuck.
Right.
I keep pulling and finally, and it makes a huge sound.
Right.
And the guy's up front. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Well, I had a little problem here. You know, I'm trying to put it back in. What'd you do?" "Well, I just, it's something with the ashtray." "Did you break it?" I'm like, well, you know, not finding a groove, you know.
Right. Sure, yeah.
I think I might have broke. "You broke my, you know, ashtray." He starts
blooming. You broke me blooming ashtray is what you did. It's a production of Oliver suddenly, you know.
But anyway, so the point is, I got angry because he kept yelling at me.
Sure.
And I said, "I didn't mean to break your blooming ashtray." And
Right.
I threw it down on the floor, and then I told him to stop the car. He wouldn't stop the car.
Right.
He stays in the right lane. You know, we're in London, so
Right.
he won't get over into the left lane and even pull over. He just keeps going.
Right.
And he's getting on his cell phone, like he's calling either his buddies or the cops, neither one who I want to meet.
Right.
And I'm like, "Stop the car!" You know, I keep screaming at him to stop the car. He won't.
Right.
And I'm trying to open the door now, and it's got that thing where it won't open while you're moving, and so I overcame that design flaw. And,
What an elegant way of putting it.
you know.
I overcame the design flaw.
So the door finally pops open,
Right.
and is there any way to make this story succinct? So I get out and I start running. I want to get
Are
away.
you still holding the
No,
ashtray?
the ashtray
Are you
I've
still
left.
holding the door which you ripped off the hinges?
So I'm running down the road,
Right.
and the guy comes after me. You know,
This
it's
is-
an empty street, 2 in
This
the
is
morning.
great. This is like a movie. This is amazing.
It is. It should
Not great
be.
for you, but it's very
It
cinematic.
wasn't fun at the time, but
Sure.
now it's kind of semi-funny.
Right.
And so I'm running, and he starts following me.
Right.
So I get all the way down this block, and I turn around, and I start running back at him, you know. To try,
Sure, yeah.
And he puts it in reverse, and he's still on his phone. He's like, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I run again, and he comes after me. Then I run back at him, and then I'm like, okay. I get to the end of this street, and I'm like, I see all these barricades. So I put the barricades in front of them, right? And then I go and I jump in this taxi, and I look back. Last I see, he's getting out of his taxi. He's on the phone. He's thinking, should I go move the barricades or go around the block?
Right.
Well, it turns out I learned later he went around the block. But in that time, I hop in another taxi, black cab, and the guy is going like 14 kilometers an hour. I'm like, I can't believe how slow he's going.
Right.
And I see we're coming up to this light. I'm thinking, if we make this light, there's no way he'll catch up to us. Yellow, stop. The guy stops at like a yellow. I'm like, oh. And then, you know, a few moments go by, and I feel the white light of his, his
Trashed
high
cab behind
beams
you.
in my
Yeah.
trash. It wasn't trash.
I'm sorry. Trying to juice up the story a little bit. Yeah. Sorry.
Just an ashtray, dude.
Yeah. And a door.
And a door. Well, the
And a
door and the
headlight.
ashtray. It was all contained in this little space.
Sure, yeah.
But anyway, the point is, so now the guy's just following behind me, and I can look back and see he's got a maniacal face, whoever he's talking to on the phone. And then I start to hear sirens.
Right.
Sirens, and then I hear the screeching of a siren around the corner, and then it comes up and it stops back by him.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, geez. I said, then a big mistake. Instead of just telling the guy to go around the corner, I said, stop here, let me out. You know, I throw him a 10 and jump out. I don't know.
10
whatever,
pounds. How
10
much is that?
quid, whatever it is. So anyway, I jump out. You
You lost me on 17 kilometers. I didn't know what that was.
14. It was 14.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so...
I'm trying to do the conversions in my head. You were going 90 miles an hour, and you just gave him $6,000.
So I start I start running, and I hear the cop, squeal and then come after me.
Right.
And now I'm running, and the cop is pulling up beside me. Stop! Police! I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So I'm going so fast, all I can do is I hit this pole, and I spin around and go back the other way.
What are you, Mary Poppins now? Hello, governor.
It felt a little like that.
Yeah.
And then so then I hear the guy stop and reverse, and then that goes on a little while. Long story short, they
shortened it too much, yeah.
They arrested me over a friggin' ashtray.
That's ridiculous. That country, man.
And I don't know. I guess it's kind of falls into the hell hath no fury like a woman scorned thing. You know, I should have never tried to throw away the piece of paper.
I think you learned your lesson. Now we're pretty much we don't have a lot of time here, Jeff. Right? We're sort of way over time, but we've got to get to this clip of After the Sunset. And,
thank you.
And yeah, I want to make sure we get to this.
Kind of you.
Apparently, in this scene, you're in a cab in London.
I think we're fishing.
Yeah, this is.
I play an FBI agent, and Pierce Brosnan is the world's greatest jewel thief, and he says he's retired, but I don't believe it. So I've come down to this place in the Bahamas, and anyway, we're going out. I'm trying to buddy up with him, extract information.
And this is you two fishing together after the sunset. You're thinking on your feet. That's fishing the way it's meant to be done, I'm told. Well, After the Sunset is in theaters now. A real treat to have you here. Thanks for doing it.
Oh, thank you. And you know, I should mention.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's all right, yeah.
I should mention at the same time this other little movie, a documentary is coming out called Go Further, and if anyone happens to see it at a theater, please, give us your money. Thank you.
Very honest and to the point. Go Further. Woody Harrelson, Paul Rubens coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
How do you share it?
Shining stuff for you to see. Buy it on DVD this Tuesday. Something wicked will be released. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on DVD Tuesday.
The Chunky Soup All-Rookie Team. Meet new Campbell's Chunky Grilled Pork Loin with vegetables and beans. Loaded with big, hearty chunks of tender pork.
This rookie always gives 110%.
Give all 6 Chunky Rookies a tryout.
There she goes.
Be true to yourself with a birth control pill that gives you a high level of effectiveness and a low level of hormones, like Ortho Tricycline Low. You get clinically proven effectiveness, cycles that are more predictable, and it's nice to know that Ortho Tricycline Low is from the #1 maker of prescription birth control. The pill does not protect against HIV or sexually transmitted diseases. Serious risks include blood clot, stroke, and heart attack. Cigarette smoking increases these risks, especially if you're a smoker over 35. Women who use the pill are urged not to smoke. Women who have blood clots, certain cancers, a history of heart attack or stroke, and those who could be pregnant should not use the pill. For more information, talk to your healthcare professional or visit thepill.com. High effectiveness, low hormones. Ortho Tricycline Low.
Yeah, I'm trying to add a new car to my policy online, and I...
No, that's not possible.
Oh, you don't do that?
No.
Can I pay my bill online?
No.
You don't do that either?
No, sorry.
You don't do that? Okay. So, what do you do?
Hey, think easier. Think Progressive. Our top-rated website lets you do virtually everything with your policy, easily and instantly. Check out Progressive.com.